Hey, y'all, a lot of stuff has happened since the last time we talked to you. Let's go ahead and dig into it because we got some other stuff to talk about. Welcome back to the show. Hey, we appreciate you guys for tuning in for another great episode. Hey, we really appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch us and give us your time. Hey, this is Talking Shit with my dad. If this is your first time watching, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and go ahead and spread the word. Let everybody know what we're talking about. Hey, I'm your host, Jamal. This is AKA
Dad.
AKA the dad. Like I said, folks, hey, there's a lot of stuff that happened, just in the last time we put out a video. It was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, put out a video. First of all, I want to give my shout outs to OKC. Watched a couple of videos ago. I said at the beginning of the playoffs, I said OKC was probably going to win it all because to me, they had a more well-rounded team. He thought the Pacers were going to win because they had a bench. But once Halliburton went out, lights was out.
Nobody thought they were going to do anything at the beginning of the season anyway. You know, they had a pretty solid team.
Nobody ever thinks a team is going to do anything at the beginning of the season.
I know. They can walk around saying, we're number 2.
Well, the good thing is, what I really liked about it is there's a new champion. It's not the same old Lakers or Celtics or Golden State or anything like that. I'm glad to see a new team has won the NBA
I'm a
championship.
Laker fan. Fuck you.
I don't care.
Oh shit! What the fuck you talking about? I raised you better than that.
No, I'm not a Lakers fan. But anyway,
who's your team?
Hopefully, Bronny James will be your new savior for the Lakers.
Fuck you again.
But anyway,
God damn.
That was our sports minute. Now back to real stuff. What?
You know I'm a Laker fan.
Oh well. So what do you want me to do about it, right? So what? Lakers suck.
Who's your favorite team?
We ain't gonna get into that right now.
You ain't got no goddamn team.
My team is the Spurs. So yeah, that's right. Anyway, moving on. We got some real stuff to talk about. So the thing in the news right now is Donald Trump called for the strikes against Iran, which everybody said was a stupid deal. Everybody knows that Iran, I mean, don't get me wrong, people. Iran is a terrorist state. They sponsor terrorists, the Houthis and Hamas and other terrorists in the region against the United States and allies and everything else. But at the end of the day, to me, I mean, they were just sitting there minding their own business. and then Israel just comes and bombs them and stuff.
The people that the Americans support over there in the Middle East, to the opposite side, they're the terrorists. We're the terrorists.
Oh, that's how it goes in every damn war.
So,
but
you're a terrorist. We're a terrorist.
But Netanyahu Benjamin, he finally found an idiot to listen to what he was saying, and the snake oil information that he was selling on Iran for, what was it, like the last 3 decades? He finally found an idiot to buy it, and that idiot went ahead and joined in and decided to bomb 3 nuclear facilities of Iran.
Yes.
And then said they were completely obliterated with no further intel, no ground intel, no nothing. Like he said today, oh, I looked at the pictures. Did you see the pictures? It was all burnt. It was like burnt for 75 yards, and it was all charred and brown and black and stuff. So yeah, that's obliterated to me.
Yeah, so it goes their equipment. We got away. They moved the uranium. So because Trump told them, so they went into a panic and they moved every goddamn thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. The pictures to me, they're like they just put bombs on the side of a mountain, and that's about it.
They probably fucked up some shit.
I used to load bunker busters, and I know the capabilities of them, and bunker busters are not getting into as deep as they said that facility is. Them bunker busters didn't do anything to the nuclear facility. It made shake, rattled, and rolled some stuff and moved some stuff around, but it didn't blow up no facility. But anyway, you guys probably seen this video. I found this video. It's from the Daily Show, where it has Netanyahu. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, because we're about to talk about some stuff that might get us in trouble with a few people in this country.
You might get in trouble.
So let's go ahead and look at this definition real quick before we get talking about anything about Israel or Israelis or Jews or anything like that. We'll look at this definition right here. Anti-Semitism, which means hostility to or prejudice against Jewish people. I'm gonna read it again. Anti-Semitism, hostility to or prejudice against Jewish people. So doesn't say criticism. It doesn't say, don't like what they're doing and anything like that. Is anti-Semitism. It's hostility to or prejudice against Jewish people. Okay, now that we got that out the way.
I got nothing against Jewish people or other Jewish religion. I have problem with their government. That's all. Not Nehu. Somebody ought to drop a bomb on his ass.
So we're going to play this video from Daily Show. You guys probably already seen this, but it just goes around from decade to decade, year to year, showing that this dude's been selling the snake oil on Iran for a very long time.
Material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year. It could be within a few months.
As you can see, he's been saying it for
not only on top of that, no. Israel got atomic bombs. If you want to talk about threats, that motherfucker in North Korea, he's always talking about he's building ballistic missiles to hit the United States. He's got atomic weapons, and you know what? They don't fuck with him.
That's what I was going to say. Kim Jong-un, this dude, because, when Benjamin went ahead and did that strike that night, he said, they've been calling for the destruction of Israel for decades and blah, blah, blah. And guess what, U.S.? They said bad things about you, too. So we did you a favor by going there and striking them. Okay. My thing is, North Korea, they've been calling for the destruction of South Korea
and America,
and calling for the destruction and death of America, too.
I was stationed there.
So my thing is, Trump, if you're so big and bad and bold and stuff, go drop some bombs on North Korea's nuclear facilities.
Yeah, they already have the bomb and they got missiles.
I'm just saying.
They ain't gonna fuck with them.
I'm just saying, if we're using the same standards as Israel used to go bomb Iran, talking about, they're talking that they're going to destroy us, we should do the same thing for North Korea. Go fly some bombers over there. I mean, easy to find. There's only one street light in the whole damn country. Go look at Google Maps. Go look at Google Maps.
They got lights in one place, and that's where the capital.
Go look at Google Maps and see it at night. When they're showing it at night part, it's like one street light in the whole damn country. So
shit, they only got one car.
So my thing is, go be being badass with the North Koreans. Go drop some bombs.
Pick on somebody your own size.
Go over there and take them out, because guess what? The U.S. feelings is hurt. I feel threatened as an American and all American citizens that North Korea is going to one day drop a nuke on the U.S. So I think, Donald Trump, you should go over there, show how strong you really are, and go take them out. Oh, they're not going to do that though, right? Because of what?
Because they have nuclear weapons.
Because they got nuclear weapons.
If I was Iran, I'm serious. Fuck the goddamn the government of Iran. I'm not for that. But even though if I was Iran, I was like, fuck it, I'm making me a bomb now.
Oh, if you don't think that Iran is more encouraged to make a bomb now,
oh shit, yeah,
you gotta be an idiot. You gotta be a Donald Trump.
You know how many
not think that they're gonna sit back and be like, all right, we learned our lesson. We're not gonna build an atomic bomb, even though we weren't talking about doing it in the first damn place. But now, you know what? You came in my house. slapped the shit out of me, raped my dog, and then said, okay, all that was your fault because you talk bad about me.
You know how many bombs you need? You only need one.
That's all you need.
You really only need one.
That's all you need.
Yes.
One will inflict a lot of damage.
Yeah. Every country, like India and Pakistan, they hate each other. They always have their little skirmishes, but they don't fuck with each other like they used to because they both have
nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I remember who was it first? India dropped, they blasted their atomic weapon. And then a few days later, Pakistan.
Oh, when they first was getting them, they did their testing.
Yeah, they did
their underground testing and stuff.
And it was like, God,
they were going back and forth. Oh yeah, look at what I got. I could blow a bomb too. And boom, they blew a bomb.
And where did they get their information and technology
from? The U.S.
No, they got it from motherfucking North Korea.
India got it from the U.S. Pakistan got it from North Korea.
And now they don't fuck with it, you know.
Yeah, but like this guy over here was saying, if you don't think Iran is more emboldened and more empowered to put their shit back together, which they said it'd probably be like 6 months before they start running their program
what would you
all
do?
over again.
What would you do?
Now they definitely feel scared and like, okay, you know what? I bet. That's like somebody cheating, getting accused of cheating, and they're like, you know what? If you're gonna keep accusing me of cheating, I might as well go out and cheat. If you're gonna keep me, keep accusing me of doing it, that's what Iran's gonna do. You gonna keep saying I got rich uranium and I'm making bombs? Fine, I'm gonna go make a bomb. And I'm gonna show you.
Yeah,
you're gonna fuck around and find out. Now, will they use it? I don't. That's hard to say.
Everybody that got one, the only time they used it was America. They made it, they used it, and that was nobody else's using it.
You can't use it. You can't use it.
But we can use it.
You can't use it. I mean, we did use it, but you can't use it. All right. And if you do, don't.
Because we know we're on the side of good. So I'm sorry. 250,000 goddamn Japanese died in 3 seconds.
Yeah, we had to test it on somebody. It was war. It was perfect. It was perfect test subjects.
I wonder if they had that motherfucker before the end of the war with Germany.
Yeah.
Did they have that bomb?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Yeah, because Japan dropped out first after we fried 2 of their cities. And we were still going on with the...
No, the war in Germany was over when they dropped the bomb on Japan.
Yeah, you're right. You were there. Never mind. You're right. My bad.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
No, my dad was there.
No, I saw you on the ship when they were signing the peace treaty. You were in the back.
Yeah, your mom was the cook.
So what?
Like
I said, I don't care what you say.
She never could cook though.
I don't care what you say. You slept with her and made me, so I'm good to go. So anyway, Palestinians and Israelis, moving on to something else. Palestinians and Israelis have been battling for Israel, the West Bank, and Gaza for I don't know how long. Since World War II ended and they started putting Jews.
Hundreds of years.
But the conflict really jumped off after World War II when they start moving them back to Israel. So
because they didn't want. That's why they wanted Israel because they didn't want the Jews coming to their country.
Yeah, so they said, "Hey, go back to this place where the Bible says you guys came from."
Yeah, we're going to make this country. We're not going to consult with the other people that live here. And here's the country of Israel. Thank you.
So what we like to do sometimes is find stories that the mainstream media is too scared to say about Israel and stuff like that. So we have a story. We got 2 stories, actually. I'm going to show you that the reason why a lot of people are saying that Israel is an apartheid state, they're oppressors and stuff like that because they allow stuff to happen, especially in the West Bank. So I'm gonna pull up this article that I found. This is from the BBC article.
I remember they had the Jews of Africa. I don't know what country they were in.
Africa.
Yeah, I mean they were in a country in Africa, but they were Jews. They were black Jews.
The black female Jews when they came to Israel. and then they sterilized them without telling them.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about they were black Jews, and when they had the right of return, and they applied to, it was like, no, it took them years to get so they could get in.
Yeah, that's because Israelis are prejudiced, so they're very racist. But anyway,
no, they're not.
Yes, they are. So according to like this BBC article right here. So if you guys don't know what's going on in the West Bank, Israel has Jewish settlements or settlers, whatever you want to call them. They go out
land grabbers,
thieves, whatever. They go out in the West Bank and they terrorize and torture and kill Palestinians for their land. So what they usually do, they go out there and put like a little building and put a flag of Israel up there and then say, oh, this is our land now, and now you can't be around here, and they start going around and terrorizing them.
Yeah, so, they start burning, shooting.
Yeah. So these are the stories that mainstream media ain't gonna tell you. MSNBC, Fox, CNN, unless it's like super like tragic or something like that. Then that's when they'll do a little blurb. But they're not telling you the real story of what's going on in the West Bank against Palestinians.
Same way they did the American Indian.
Yeah. So
that was their land. Then the white man moved in to the Indian land, and it was their land. So that's what they're doing to the Palestinians. They're moving in, and you got to move out.
So the mainstream media wants you to feel like Israel, the state of Israel, is this weak, meek, can't protect itself country that's just everybody hates, everybody's going against, and everything else. To me, their policy is what makes people upset. And this is one of them. So BBC published this story, Palestinians killed as Israeli settlers torch West Bank village. So if you read the story, a Palestinian man was shot dead as dozens of Israeli settlers attacked the village in the north of the occupied West Bank overnight. Oh, forgive me, I'm gonna mess up a lot of these names in a lot of these cities. Setting fire to houses and cars, Palestinian officials say. The settlers, some wearing masks, also threw rocks and Molotov cocktails in the village of Jit, the Israel Defense Forces said, adding that one was arrested. The Palestinian Health Ministry said Rashid Zada, 22, was killed by gunfire from a settler, and another man was seriously wounded in what it condemned as an act of organized state terrorism. The IDF said it was looking into the reports of a fatality. Israel Prime Minister said he viewed the incident with utmost severity. They always say, oh, we're always viewing it with utmost severity, but they don't stop it. They have the power to stop it, but they don't stop it. They allow this stuff to happen.
Don't worry when they go on, if they do arrest them and they go on trial, what do you think
they always get found not guilty?
Yeah.
So the article goes on. It is the latest in a series of attacks by extremist settlers on the Palestinian villages in the West Bank, where there has been a spike in violence since Hamas' deadly attack on Israel on October 7th and the ensuing war in Gaza. So Israel has built, it says right here, Israel has built about 160 settlements housing some 700,000 Jews since it occupied the West Bank and East Jerusalem.
Settlements.
Yeah, that's what they call them. They call them settlements.
I know. And guess what? They are allowed to have guns.
Yeah.
They're allowed to have guns. They can have all the guns they want.
AK-47s.
Guess what the Palestinians are?
They get to have rocks and sticks.
Oh, they have a few guns, but
nothing compared to like
what's
coming at them with the settlers and stuff.
Let them catch an Arab with a Palestinian with a gun.
Oh, yeah. He won't be caught again, I tell you that much.
So
rat-a-tat-tat, lay the ass real flat. That's what's going to happen.
So it's very easy to shoot people that can't shoot back.
Yeah. So, like I said, these are the fat underbelly stories that we're trying to poke a sharp stick into and expose it to everybody, let them know what's going on over there and why certain people say Israel is doing things to Palestinians because it's really happening. It's out there, but the mainstream media just don't want people to know. They don't want you to know that they're out there. Israel is all about doing land grabs because every war that Israel's been in, against Egypt and the 7-Day War and everything else.
They take more land.
They expand their borders. They take more land.
It seems like the Arab would say, fuck this, because every time we fuck with you, they get more land, and you don't get it back. Dumbass.
Yeah. So it's always about land grab.
Oh, that's right. Israel's so weak. They've won every war I've seen since I've been born.
Yeah.
They haven't been defeated by nobody, and they fucked you up pretty goddamn bad.
Yeah. So
they kind of have a chip on their shoulder, after what Germany did to them. I'd be ready to fight too, motherfucker.
So they don't want you to know that they're basically like an empire type of state. They're colonizers. They're apartheid.
They're just fucked up. Just put it that way. Make it simple. You know?
They're fucked up.
Yeah, they're just fucked up people, and they're fucking up people. But you know what's wrong with people? People are a renewable force, like cockroaches. You can't get rid of them. You can't kill enough of them, and they always come back.
Yeah.
Century, years. Some of this shit goes back thousands of fucking years, hundreds of fucking years. Same bullshit. Just generation after generation after generation.
So this article right here, I found, this is the second article. I found this article is from Amnesty International. I don't know if anybody knows who they are, but so they have this article. It says, state-backed deadly rampage by Israel settlers underscores urgent need to dismantle apartheid. An alarming spike in violence by Israel settlers against Palestinians across the occupied West Bank in recent days highlights the urgent need to dismantle illegal settlements in Israel's occupation of the occupied Palestine territories and its longstanding system of apartheid. So it says between the 12th and the 16th April, hundreds of Israeli settlers went on a deadly rampage, launching violent raids on Palestinian villages in the West Bank, including in the Al-Maghara, Duma, Dera, Dibba, Batani, and Aqaba. I messed it all up. I'm sorry, but hey, it is what it is.
People don't know the difference.
Yeah. In these attacks, it sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah.
In these attacks, in which settlers set fire to homes, trees, and vehicles, at least 4 Palestinians were killed by either settlers or Israeli forces, including 17-year-old boy Omar Hamad near Ramallah, and 2 men shot dead near Nablus. So it also goes into saying how Israel forces either stand by or Israel forces engage with the settlers in attacking against the Palestinians in the West Bank. So it's a good article. It goes into detail about how it breaks down how soldiers are basically being complacent and being part of the problem. Israel keeps saying they're going to do something about it, but they're not.
No, that's how they got 700,000 of them motherfuckers in there. We're going to do something. They wait until they get 1 million?
Yeah, probably.
2 million?
And they keep just taking the Palestinians' land and just, turning a blind eye and allowing illegal settlements to continue to be built.
And don't pay them for the land. Just take
West
it.
Bank.
Just take it.
Yeah, it's
a land grab. That's all it is.
It's a terrible state of affair. What's going on over there? But like I said, the mainstream media just wants you to paint this stroke about Israel and what they're doing as rainbows and unicorns and stuff, and ain't nothing going on, and they're always protecting themselves.
No, and we're always fucking with them. They start shit and then we get into fucking shit. I don't know why all of a sudden Israel is a motherfucking state. Fuck Israel. They start bullshit. Let them do the bullshit on their own.
No, they need the backing of the U.S. because their military, even though their military is probably just as good as our military, but
for their size,
but they never want to do nothing. That's why after they bombed Iran, we came out, or Marco Rubio came out and said U.S. had nothing to do with anything, the planning or anything of this attack. We didn't have nothing to do with it. Benjamin was like, Hell no, y'all helped us. Thanks, Donald Trump, for your support. Just blew that shit all out the water.
Oh, he said the intelligence. Thank you for the intelligence information.
Oh my God!
And the what was it? The missiles or something?
Yeah, he was.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for helping. Then they had to come out like, okay, we did. We helped. Sorry, we helped. Wait, not sorry, but yeah, we did it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Did I already say about Tulsi giving that stuff on the 24th? Tulsi Gabbard, before a congressional hearing, said on March the 24th that Iran didn't have any atomic weapons and wasn't making any atomic weapons. And Donald Trump, after they bombed him, and they said, she just said on the 24th. Oh, and she even said that they had no intention of making a bomb. So she said those three things, and they asked Trump about it. And Trump said, she don't know what she's talking about. This is the head of your fucking CIA. That's just bullshit.
Hey, that's because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So
he knows what he's talking about. He damn sure knows what he's talking about. After he did it, you know, who are you going to believe? You're going to believe me or my CIA director? Man. It's just like, are you going to believe my intelligence, my own intelligence? But Putin told me it wasn't him. I did not do it.
Man, when it comes to Donald Trump, I would trust North Korea intelligence over him. That dude lies, cheats, and steals about everything.
His whole fucking life. And you guys, and you wonder.
Yeah, I can't, no.
And he's been a spoiled baby. And now the motherfucking Republican Party and the fucking Republican Party, the whole thing, they're spoiling it even more. Some of these motherfuckers are even comparing him to God. And God put him here. And Jesus. Fuck all you dumbass motherfuckers.
Since you said spoiled baby, he signed that executive order. Like, don't you call me a taco, I'm going to prosecute you. If that's not the most snowflake,
you can't say shit about
pussyfied shit I've ever seen a grown Cheeto-colored man say is, now I'm going to sign an executive order and you can't call me taco no more because it hurt my feelings. Man, if you don't get out of here with that soft-ass shit, good Lord, man.
You can't even have a decent military parade with your sorry ass.
Oh, my God. Let's not even get into that one.
Hey, man.
He made our military look bad with that parade. Shout outs to all my military brothers and sisters out there, but he had y'all out there looking bad. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to say they didn't have y'all in the right uniforms. Y'all look like Joe Bag of Donuts. y'all had...
You just shuffling along.
Y'all was just shuffling along. It was just bad, bro.
It didn't look like your heart was in. But damn, if you go on base and see some ceremonies, motherfuckers be marching sharp. We be in step all the way.
Yeah, like I said,
y'all dress blues and shit. Them motherfuckers look like they should have been down there. They look like the military homeless.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad. But anyway, just we're on the military.
But happy birthday, Trump. Happy birthday to you.
But we're on the
bitch.
We're on the military subject now. Thanks for that transition. So, like I said, we like to find stories that, you know, doesn't make the front page or not on MSNBC or Fox. It definitely ain't gonna be on Fox News. But to military people, this should really make you upset. So, found this in Yahoo Finance.
Oh shit.
Palantir, Meta, OpenAI, and Thinking Machines just had their executives sworn into the U.S. Army Reserve. They had them sworn into the U.S. Army Reserve. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article.
Not contractors now.
So
not contractors.
And remember, people, these companies right here are some of the major contributors to Trump's administration, to his campaign and everything else. These guys were at his inauguration. Those were the billionaires that were standing behind him and stuff like that.
You don't have to explain all that. That's the only motherfuckers that hang around him.
These are the companies that got people getting sworn in. 4 top executives have joined the U.S. Army Reserve as lieutenant colonels. Lieutenant colonels. If you don't know nothing about the military, that's 2 steps away from being a general. So you go, lieutenant colonels. I'm gonna keep reading. Skipping basic training and stepping directly into roles aimed at helping modernizing the military. So they're not even putting in the blood, sweat, or tears of going through basic or going through OTS, officer training school, or anything like that.
Well, no, you know how many years you got to serve before you're a lieutenant colonel?
Yes, they're not even putting in the years. Like they're just coming in.
They're coming in on a day, first day.
They got sworn in as lieutenant colonels. Do you know how much money a lieutenant colonel makes? The initiative is part of a broader push by the Army to bring in private sector innovation and reshape how the service approaches technology, talent, and modernization. That's fine. That's fine. But why not did it just come in as contractors? Why did they have to be sworn in the Army Reserve as lieutenant colonels?
And because I know why. As a lieutenant colonel, they can give orders, and you got to obey their orders. Right? True.
See, this is the stuff we're talking about, people.
No shit. I just thought about that.
Yes, this is the stuff we're talking about. Why would you bring in these? Hold on, the executive Palantir, and remember, Palantir is the company that the administration is hiring to collect America's data. They want to collect all America's data, and this is the company that they're using to do that with. Chief Technology Officer Sham Sankar, Meta Chief Technical Officer Andrew Bosworth, OpenAI Chief Product Officer Kevin Well, and advisor at Thinking Machines Lab, and former OpenAI Chief Resource Officer Bob McGrew will serve in a new unit called Detachment 201, also known as the Army's Executive Innovation Corps.
In the Army.
Why? This is boggling my mind. There's no reason for these guys to be sworn in as lieutenant colonels, and then they're going to say to justify what they're doing, they're going to say to skip basic training. So this is a quote. You could think of it as a pilot of a lighter version of basic training. So unlike traditional recruits, these executives will not attend boot camp. Instead, they will go through an express training program that covers marksmanship, physical fitness, Army history, and protocols. They will be expected to serve about 120 hours per year and pass annual fitness tests. 120 hours is weekend. We call them weekend warriors. You know, they come in on drill weekends and stuff and do their military time. But they're not even going to go through basic training or anything like that. You're just going to swear them in.
1 weekend a month, and I think it's 2 weeks in the summer.
Now, if these people went through the proper channels and did it the right way, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But you don't have to have these people sworn in and be in the military to get what you're trying to accomplish. You could have just easily hired them as contractors to work on innovative stuff for the Army, or create new programs, or whatever you're trying to do.
I told you, because they can give a direct order, and you know, if you do not, you get charged with not following the direct order. That's the end of your career. You're out the goddamn door.
So
that's giving them control.
This is giving corporations. It's not the active duty, but you know, I feel like this is a test subject area. So you're gonna give corporations control of troops and everything else, in the name of innovating and modernizing the Army or whatever. But I think this is just a test subject. I think this group of people, they're trying to see if people are going to pay attention, if it's going to work or not like that, and they're going to try to like civilianize the Army a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's very fishy. There was no reason for this, and I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat or a MAGA or a BLM or whatever you want to call yourself. If you're a patriot and you know that the military is important to our country, to our freedoms and our rights, this should not sit well with you. This should piss you off. This should have you shaking your head and being like, what the fuck is going on and why are they doing this?
In other words, he can make Don Jr. a general.
That's what I'm saying. I swear, I think this is a test subject, people. We're going to keep an eye on this for you guys. We're going to report again. But this is just too goddamn fishy. It just rubs me the wrong way as a veteran that the Army, I mean, they ain't got no choice, but the Army did this, and the
no, the Army didn't do it. It was done to the Army.
Yeah, done to the Army. But this ain't gonna, like I said, this ain't gonna make mainstream media or anything like that. But just know, people, there's other stuff going on that the administration is secretly doing, or underhandedly doing, or quietly doing underneath our noses. And sometimes you got to step outside that MSNBC bubble, and that Fox bubble. You can't burst that Fox bubble. But them people in that Fox bubble, they're just stuck in there. They're in Looney Tune world. But you got to check out other news sources, BBC, Al Jazeera, stuff like that.
After this budget comes out, they're going to be fucked too.
Who?
The motherfuckers, the Trumpers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 You think, yeah. It's going to affect red states more than blue states. But anyway, that's our time, people.
No, I got something to say.
Uh-oh, you got something to say.
We have a lot of viewers, but we don't have enough subscribers. So this is what I'm going to do. This show, when it's shown tomorrow, or when it's shown, the first new subscriber will get $100.
The first new subscriber?
The first new subscriber that watches the show. The first one that subscribes.
Ooh, okay. You don't want to give it to the 100th subscriber?
I want to give it to the one. No, I'm not finished yet. Why you interrupt me?
Go ahead.
Okay, for the 100th subscriber, we're going to give them $200. And for the what's the next level we need? 500. You give them $500. How you like that?
Or we give them $500?
Oh, fuck you! I gave him the first 3. You gonna take advantage of a senior citizen? Take the 100. Now look, I'm giving him the 100. Take it.
I don't
So if you don't get it, fuck with him. Don't fuck with me. You saw me give him the money. I got other shit to do.
Well, you heard him, people. I said the first 100 subscriber will give him 100, but
because he's cheap.
He said the next subscriber will give him 100.
Next one.
But in order for that to register, you gotta make your subscription public so we can see it. So anyway, he put the challenge out there, people. It's up to you guys to accept it or not.
I didn't put a challenge. This is a motherfucking race for $100. Hell yeah! Oh, I forgot. Now $100 can only get you 2 Burger King meals, 1 kid meal, 1 small fries, and a glass of water.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, about right.
And 2 gallons of gas. Appreciate you guys. Like we said, we really appreciate you. Hit that bell button, the subscribe things over there somewhere. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get our subscribers up. And we, like I said, we appreciate all you comments. Leave your comments. We'll read them on air.
No negative ones.
No, all negative. We take them all. Negative, positive. Leave them on there. We're going to read them regardless, because guess what? You can't hurt our feelings. And we say what we mean.
Speak for yourself.
We say what we mean. We mean what we say. But we appreciate everybody who likes our stuff on TikTok and Instagram.
I'm gonna be like I said, Stevie Wonder.
We're going to keep putting more stuff out there. So just keep following us. And like I said, we really appreciate it. So
same time, same place, same channel.
Same time. Hey, we're going to see you guys next time.